கோவிந்தா. ஓங்கி உலகளந்த உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி நாங்கள் நம் பாவைக்கு சாற்று நீராடினார். தீங்கின்றி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் முமாறு பெய்து ஓங்கு பெரும் ஜன்னல் ஓடு கயலுகல பூங்குவலை போதில் பொறிவண்ட கண் படுப்ப தேங்காத புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த மூளை பற்றி வாங்க கூடம் நீரெங்கும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்தேலோரம் பாவாய். நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்தேலோரம் பாவாய். ஆண்டாள் திருவிழே சரணம்.
அஸ்மத் குரு பரம்பராயை நமஹ. ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதாரிய கவிதார்க்கிக கேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சாரிய வரியோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹிருதி. நீடாதுங்கஸ்தனகிரிதடி சுப்தமுத்போத்ய கிருஷ்ணம் பாராத்யம் ஸ்வம் ஸ்ருதி சதசிரஸ் சித்தமத்யாபயந்தி சோச்சிஷ்டாயாம் ஸ்ரஜினிகலிதம் யாபலாத் கிருத்ய புங்க்தே கோதா தஸ்யை நம இதமிதம் பூய ஏவாஸ்து பூயः. அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாள் அரங்கற்கு பண்ணு திருப்பாவை பல்பதியம் இன்னிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளைச் சொல்லு. சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர்கொடியே தொல்பாவை பாடி அருளவல்ல பல்வளைகாய். நாடினே வெங்கடவர்க்கென்னை விரி என்ற இம்மாற்றம் நங்கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம். சீரன்று தொப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஓங்கி உலகளந்த உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி நாங்கள் நம் பாவைக்கு சாற்று நீராடினால் திங்கின்றி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் மும்மாறி பெய்து ஓங்கு பெரும் சென்னலோடு கயலுகள பூங்குவளை போதில் பொறிவண்டு கண் படுப்ப தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்த முலை பற்றி வாங்க குடம் நிறைக்கும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வம் நிறைந்தேலோரம்பாவாய். Adiyan. Today is the third Pasuram. We will discuss how Andal in all the 30 Pasurams of Thiruppavai stresses only Prabhati. The first Pasuram, Margari Tingal, that express the Paratva Nirnayam. Tattva Hida Purushartham Narayanane Namakke Parai. Narayanane is a Paratattvam. Narayanan is Adi, cause, protected, Jagat Karanagan, and he is the Palan also. That was the verdict, Nirnayam, resolution. Namakke, to that Narayanan, those who have completed the Ubaya Anushtanam called Prabhati, Sadhyobayam Namakke. Parai means Moksham, Parama Purushartham. We did the total unconditional surrender to attain Moksham, not for begging for the worldly pleasures. So we did the Moksha Sharanagari and the Palan is the Moksham. Second Pasuram, Vayattu Valvirgal expresses the Ubaya Surubam. The Prabhati we did is explained the whole process of that one. Uyum Are Enni is a Shadanga Yogam to enjoy the Paratattvam Sriman Narayana, the process of doing Prabhati with his Angam and Angi. Namum Nampavaikki. Those who completed the Sadhyobaya Visesham, they are all living in this world. Vayattu Valvirgal. They are really enjoying and staying in this world. We all become Kridakrityas. Kridakritya means whatever is required to do, we have completed thoroughly, nicely. Think of this analogy. For you to go to India from New York, You bought the ticket, went to the airport on that day, dumped the luggage, passport and visa are checked and everything. They gave the boarding pass, and you are waiting in the boarding lounge. You have done everything for the travel and eventual arrival at the destination. If you go and ask at the gate, the flight attendant, and he looks at that one and says, everything is okay, sir, go and wait. You'll hear the boarding call. That is called Kridakritya. So we are all sitting there. Whatever needs to be done for the moksham is completed. In our Pasuram, all the 30, Padi means Nonbu. In Thiruppavai, it is Prabhati. Neeradi means Parai, enjoying the Purushartham. We have done the Padi, that is the Prabhati, waiting for the Neeradi, that is for the Anubhavam. So the third Pasuram today, Ongi Ulagalanda Uttaman, expresses the Purushartha Palan. Those Kridakrityas, how they become Kridatas. Those who have completed everything for the moksham, how their enjoyment is going to be, that is in the third Pasuram. Who are waiting in the boarding lounge, how they are going to board the plane, how the travel is going to be, how the final destination is. That is what is this one. For those who have done Prabhati, the reward starts immediately. Prabhatikku anantarame moksham. You don't have to wait to go to moksham. You can start enjoying all of them, but you cannot enjoy the whole thing fully because you are in the Leela Vibhuti and you are still having some karma associated with you. But you can enjoy, but up to your limit. That's what it says. Prabhatikku anantarame moksham. They start enjoying the palan immediately. If you got the boarding pass, that means you are done. You don't have to worry anything about that one. But you are still in the land, whatever that airport is there, so you have to behave according to that one. So you wait with the boarding pass. That is what it says, Kridatas. There are two key phrases we are going to tell in this Pasuram that tells you about the palan. Thingindri naadallam thingal mummari peidu. That is the palan on this earth. Vanga kudam nirekkum vallal perum pashukkal ningada selvam nireindhe. That is about the moksha prapti, whatever the palan over there. So let's go line by line. Ongi ulagalanda uttaman perbadi. The Bhagavan is called Uttaman. Ut, the padam is coming in the Chandogya Upanishad. Means no sense, nothing can approach the one. Such a pure one. We have three tattvams, Achetana tattvam, Chetana tattvam, Ishvara tattvam. Achetanam does not have any knowledge. So that's why it's called Achit, Achit, no Chaitanyam. So Jiva tattvam, there are three of them, Baddha Jivan, Mukta Jivan, Nitya Jivan, everything. So when you say Purusha, means higher than the Achit, so he has got Jnanam. Utpurusha means Muktan, not the Baddha Jivan, he has done something and went into the Moksham. Uttara Purusha is the higher one in the eternals, overall the Nityasuris. They never saw the Samsaram. Uttama Purusha is above all of them. Ongi Ulagalanda Uttaman, when he says that Uttama Purushan is superior to the Baddha Jivan, Mukta Jivan, and Nitya Jivan, we don't have to tell about the Achetana Vastu. Avigaraya, Suddhaya, Nityaya, Paramatmane. When you say that, Avigaraya, no Vikaram, that is a Baddha Jivan's Atma. Suddhaya, he was once unclean and did the Prabhati, went to the Moksham. Nityaya, never saw the Samsaram, Nityasuri. Paramatmane is above that one. That Bhagavan, who measured all the worlds, is the highest Uttama Purushan. Singing, listening, talking about all the glories and Trikalyana gunas of that Bhagavan is called Perpadi. Kattipun bole Bhagavan, Panipun bole Aman Tirunamam. Acharyagal says, Bhagavan is a lump of gold. There's not much you can do. But the same thing, it's worked on and made an ornament, it will be a beautiful, and everybody can wear that one. Everybody can enjoy that one. That is his Tirunamam. Bhagavan's Tirunamam is even higher than Bhagavan himself. That's why Uttaman Perpadi. Nangal nampa vaikku chaatri neeradina. Nangal nampa vaikku, to that Uttama Purushan. Nangal, who are we? We are the Prabannas. We understood the Tattva Heda Purushartham and completed the Ubaya Visesham, Moksha Charanagari, Padi Madiyar Kadanangal. Vyakyanam says that one. We are not boasting. Oh, we are all separate. We are all great because we did the Prabhati and everything. We never have that self-ego. Nangal, Nam Pavaikku Chatri Neeradina. Chatri Neeradinal means the Vyajarubamana Sadhyobayam. So, we are doing everything correctly with Angas and Angis and everything. When we have said over here, Nangal Nampavaikku, for the Nonbu, for the Prabhati, Chatri Neeradinal. Why are we telling again? This is the Purushartha Pasuram. Only second Pasuram was the Prabhati Pasuram. Means Anuvagam, repetition here indicates the glory of Prabhati. Remember all the time, Siddhobayam Narayanan is the primary means. Namum Sadhyobayam is just a Vyajam. Prabhati is not a direct means. Bhagavan, who is pleased with our Prabhati, lowers his anger and out of his compassion is giving the moksham. Padi means nonbu. So, in Andal says nombu, that is Padi, that is the Prabhati. This Prabhati is a Shadanga Yogam. Srimaniyada Panjangam Madrakshana Bararbanam Ajigara Soyam Sosmin Adohamiga Nirbaraha Nyasadasakam says Niyada Panjangam, 5 angams are there. Madrakshana Bararbanam. I given the responsibility of protecting Adiyan is submitted to you. Baranyasam. Adomiha Nirbaraha. Ada Agam Iha Nirbaraha. After that, we don't have to worry about it. There is carefree. The Prabhati is done under a Satacharya. So how do we get Satacharya Sambandham? There are 6 prerequisites are there to get the Acharya Sambandham. Iswarasya cha sauhardam idurcha sugurdam tada Vishnu kadaksham advesham abhimukyam cha satvigaihi sambhashanam shadedanihi acharya prapti hedavaha. Swami Desam says in the Srimad Ragasya Saram, Guru Parampara Saram, Sauhartam, Iswarasya Sauhartam, Bhagavan, Nirhediga Kribai, causeless mercy. He wants to give everything for us to enjoy whatever is in the moksham. That is the first one. Yajitya Sugam means Yajitya Sugurdam means incidental, accidental, supplemental. We tell the Bhagavan's name, Dividesam name, go around the temple. Without knowing ourselves, we did something good. Bhagavan remembers and he wants to award you with the greatest thing. For Alpakaryam, he gives the highest reward. Vishnu Kadakshaha, it's called Jayamana Kadaksham. Madhusudana Drishti at the pregnancy. Karvile Tiruvadayar. Jayamanam hi Purusham Yam Pashet Madhusudanaha. Mahabharata sloga says, when you are in the womb, on your mother's stomach, before you are born, Bhagavan Madhusudanan looks at you and he blesses and says, this will be your last janma. All these 3 are done before you are born. Then Advesham, not treating Bhagavan as an enemy. Abhimukyam, enjoy the Bhagavan's Tirukkalyana Gunas, Surupa, Rupa, Guna, Vibhudi, all of them. Satvigai Sambhashanam, connection to the Bhagavata Satsangam. So these 6, you can put an acronym called Nyasam. Nyasam. Nirhediga Kribai, Yadrichiga Punyam, Advesham, Satsangam, Abhimukyam, Madhusudana Kadaksham. So as simple as that, these 6 are needed so that you go into an Acharya. And you go and fall into Acharya's lotus feet and he gives the Tattva Jnanam and then you do the Prabhati. Because of his compassion, Bhagavan's Daya, Bhagavan establishes Acharya connection. So Jnanam and Vaya Anushtanam follows that one. When the Acharya advises, not everybody does Prabhati, only few of them. Upadesam has to bear the fruit. That is also be Bhagavan's Kadaksham. Unless there's a Madhusudana Kadaksham, you are not going to go and do the Prabhati. So, in these 3 Pasurams, when you look at that one, first 2 Pasuram says Paraswarubam. Second Pasuram says Parkadalil Payettu Indra Paraman Vyugam. In this Pasuram, Trivikraman Vibhavavataram. Tingendri Nadallam Tingal Mummari Peide. To that Uttama Purushan, what is you going to reward to the Prabannas? Tingendri Nadallam. Here in this sloka, the Lord voluntarily gives so many subsidiary rewards without Prabanna asking. Anushangiga Palan. Bhagavan voluntarily rewards on this earth. So, you may get reputation, fame, money, good health, good kids, any of these things. These you didn't ask. You're looking only for the moksham, but they give you. You're sitting in the boarding lounge and they come and give you some juice. They give you coffee and everything, all of them. You say, I didn't ask, but it comes along with that. Tingal Mummari Peidhe. Uttarakartyadikaram, Swami Desian says, the Prabannan after the Prabhati, Sandoshartam Bumrusadi Muhuhu. The sloka goes that. All the Kaingaryam we are doing, only there's no palan. Sandoshartam. We are very happy and we are very happy. Bhagavan will be pleased by our action. We have done Prabhati. Everything is done. But still, we have some duties to do in the boarding lounge. 3 actions Prabannas have to do. Shravanam, Pravajanam, Sevanam. Shravanam, Vedanta Shravanam, listening to the Bhagavan's glories. Pravachanam, go and tell these things to everyone. Sevanam, serve the Lord, serve the Bhagavadas. Tingal Mummari Peidhe, that is the 3 And then Tingal Mummari Peidhe, also flawless Kaingaryam. There are 3 do's and 3 don'ts. The do's are, remember Acharya Upagaram, recitation of the Dvaya Mantra, and Bhagavat Kaingaryam, Bhagavat Bhagavata Kaingaryam. Don't, when you say that, indulge in Alpa Sthirapalan, self-boasting, and then Bhagavata Pacharam. There are 3 do's and 3 don'ts. Tingal Mummari Peidhe. Ongu Perum Sennalodu Kailugale, Ongu Perum Sennal. The Kritagrityas who have done that one, their metaphor is here, is the Kritagrityas are Ongu Verum Sennal. Prabannas are like a tall, flourishing rice stalk. Like a strong crop, it is unmoved, unwavered by the worldly pleasures. The resolution is strong, they chose Bhagavan over the worldly pleasure. In Dayashadagam, Swami Desikan says, Samayopanadaistava pravahaihi anukampe krida samplava dharidri sharanagada sasya maliniyam vishasailesa krishi balam dinodhi. Swami Desikan makes a comparison here. In Dayashadagam metaphor, Bhagavan is a farmer. Jivatma is a seed. The seeding ground is the Bhulogam. What the farmer will do? Till the soil, seed, irrigates the water, removes the weed, chases away unwanted animals, birds, and protect them. All in anticipation of producing a bumper crop. When he sees the crop yield is so full and bountiful, he feels so happy that his efforts are rewarding. He puts his hand on his chest and goes into the sleep. Like a farmer taking care of the crop, Bhagavan does so many upagarams for the jivas. Why? For them to come to the moksham. Crops desperately need water. What is the water here? Bhagavan's daya, Bhagavan's compassion is water. That makes the Acharya Sambandham. Acharya gives Upadesam, Tattvajnanam. Then you do the Sharanagati. So the bumper harvest means many people, millions and millions of them, they go and do the Prabhati. The Lord is ecstatic looking at them. Krishivalam Dinodi. So he lies down very happily in Yoga Nidra. My job is done. So Acharya is inevitable to go to the moksham. It's a rare seed. So countless souls are there. Only a few do go and do the Prabhati. The Prabanna who achieves the surrender to the grace of the Satacharya are very few. And Bhagavan wants to make that one is a bumper crop. The immediate result of the Prabhati, once the Prabhati is done, the fruit immediately gets in this life. Prabhati kanantarame moksham. We have to remember that one. We already got the moksham. We got the ticket and our packet that's got $1 trillion. We don't even realize that. So we had to behave like we are already in moksham. Bhagavan has blessed us with everything. So the Lord's action, when you look at the Trivikrama, he confirms undisputed right. to protect the Jivans because he owns everything. Paratvam, Swamitvam, all over the universe. Ongiverum Sennal. When you say that is the Prabannas who have done the Prabhati, surrounding that one. In the middle of the paddy field in the water, fish and everything is jumping along with the crops. Similarly, along with the Prabannas, we are human, animals also get Prabhati. Birds also get Prabhati. They can do by themselves with Acharya compassion. So, Acharya, what they do is in the madam and the temple, they have the elephants, they have the cows, they do the Prabhati for them because they have the Bhagavata, Sri Vaishnava, Abhimanam. Those animals have, that's why they get the Prabhati also. Punguvalai podil, Purivande kanpaduppa, Punguvalai podil, beautiful kovalai flower. Purivande means the vande, the bee which has got all the golden spots on that one. Kanpaduppa, sleep. The bee drinks the honey from the flower and sleeps so happily. The metaphor here, Pungovalai podil means the heart of the Prabanna. Purivande means Swayam Pragasa Sakshat Bhagavan. That Ongi Ulagaland Uttaman is compared to a bee. Minnanaya Nunnidayar Virigudal Mel Nurainda Vandu Innisekkum Villiputtur Inidamandai. Periyalvar Pasuram, it says, Bhagavan is a Vandu. Bhagavan is a bee. Bee has got a 6 legs. Bhagavan also 6. Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Sakti, Tejas, Shadgunya, Paripurnan. Kan Padappa, sleeping. The bee called Bhagavan sat on the kovalai flower, heart of the Prabanna, drank the nectar, which is called Prabhati, and felt very happy that its job is done and went to sleep. So, Bhagavan felt his endeavor is completed and went into Yoga Nidra. The Prabanna experienced the reward now and eternally without any further to do any other karyam. Tingendri nadallam tingal mummari peide. What are the anubhavam here? Tengade pukkindi sirtha mulebatri vanga. This is the final journey where you are going to travel and then going to enjoy in the Paramapadam. Tengade means not afraid. We are not afraid. Why? Because of Mahavishwasam. We have done the Prabhati under the Sadacharya. Bhagavan will definitely give the moksham. Naja punaravartade, anavradde shabdat. Sri Bhashyam at the end. Chandogya Upanishad says, once you are done to go into the moksham, you will not come back. Bhagavan may send you back over here. That is because of the command, and you become like an Avadara Purusha or a Alvar or a Acharya, you will come, but not with Karma Vasham. Bhagavat Kangaryanad Andar Gadamana Swachanda Vigarattale Leela Vibudile Pundalam If Anubhavaddaki Sango Sadigal Piravamayale Punaravritti Illai Prabhuna Brahmana Bhavam. So, he will not come as a samsari. He can come as a Avadara Purushan. Vaina Namo Narayana Vendre Mattagattede Kaigalai Kupi Poyina Liddesekkum Yendrum Pinekodekkalum Poga Vattare. Periyalvar Thiruvai beautifully explaining that one. Once you recite Namo Narayana, lifting your hands above your head, Bhagavan will give you moksham. Even if he has to wager Sri Mahalakshmi, Panayam, he is going to pawn Sri Mahalakshmi, he will not let you come down. So beautifully I said that once you got the moksham, you will never come back on a karma. Pukkirinde, irinde pukki. Bhagavan in the Stula Sariram, when it's staying inside there, at the time, Niryanadhigaram Desikan explains, at the time of our death, he watches, he supervises everything. Make sure this Atma goes through the 101st Murdhanya Nadi, Brahma Nadi. Bhagavan does that one. Pukkirindi, Sirtha Mulebatri means Archiradi Margam. So Archiradi Margam, path of light, to go to the Vaikuntha, the soul is carried, soul is controlled by the Adivahigas and Amanava and everything. Vanga, once you go into the other side of the Viraja river, there Nityasuris are welcoming, Swagadam, come here and we are very happy. So they are welcoming, that is Vanga. அச்சிராதி மார்க்கத்துக்கு முகமான சதாதிகையான பிரம்மநாடியிலே பிரவேசிப்பித்து சூரியகார அவலம்பையாய்க் கொண்டு புறப்படும்படி பண்ணும் நிர்யாணாதிகாரம். Swami Desikan says how the Atma is going to travel and everything. So Vanga means once you go to the moksham, Nitya Muktas are doing Varga, Varga, Vanga. That is the one. So welcome. Idai idai bogangaledi ilpadam yeruvare adhigara sangragam. Kudam nirekkum vallal perum pashukkal. These prabannas are like cows. They pour Bhagavat Vishayam to everyone else. While they are on the boarding lounge, they are telling how great is the destination, what you have to do. Everybody is listening. So they have a duty, responsibility to spread the glory of the Bhagavan and the greatness of the Prabhati Sastram. That is why famed cows, Perum Pashukkal, Kudam Nirekkum Vallal Perum Pashukkal, Prabhannas till the end of their life on this earth engage in Bhagavad Bhagavata Kainkaryam. Spend the rest of their days in a good manner and also make others to enjoy. That is Kudam Nirekkum. Medinilirikirome Vidinale. Bhagavan could have given the moksham on that day, on that second you did the pravati, but he did not. He says, there is a job I need you to do. For me, for you to go and spread the glory of Prabhati. That's what he says. Ningada selvam niraindhe. Ningada selva means imperishable, eternal treasure. Nitya Kangaryam. In Vaigunda, which is permanent, which never reduces. Ananta, Ananda, Aparimana, never reducing Kangaryam. Attain Sri Vaigundam. Odivil Kalamellam, Udanai Manni. Vazhivila Adimai Seyya Vendum Nam. Nitya Kangaryam. Nitya Kankaro Bhava. Niraindu. What it means, for that ecstasy in Paramapadam, the Anandam what we are going to have, no reduction, no interruption, no time limit. The greatness of the land, Nitya Vibhudi, such is the glory. No discrimination in Anandam. Everyone has the same level of happiness. Sashtida, there's a padam Swami Desikan uses in Ragasatrasaram. One may eat one jalebi, the other one may eat 10 jalebis. But the happiness is the same. It is not what they are eating. So in moksham, one may be Anandan, one may be a Garudan, one may be a Vishaksenar, one may be a gatekeeper. It doesn't matter what job you do. The Anandam is the same. That is what called Niraindu. Ningada Selvam. When you say Ningada Selvam means, when you do in the earth some karma, you do some action, then you get some palan for that one. You do some action, you get punyam. You do something wrong, you get the pavam. So punya pavam are based on the karma. But this moksham what we get is not based on karma. We have done the ubaya anushtanam, which is the prabhati under the Satacharya's lotus feet. Bhagavan has got Agyadi Langanam, so much anger because we have trespassed all our sastras for so many janmas. But when we do the pravati, Bhagavan's anger is cooled off. When it cooled off, he voluntarily, up on his grace, Bhagavan, Siddhobaya Bhagavan, pleased with our Sadhobayam, he gives out of his compassion, moksham. That is why it is not come from the karma, it is coming from the grace of the Lord. That is why it's called Ningada Selvam. So in this third Pasuram, what Andal is specifying, the Prabhannan, as soon as he done the Prabhati, he is going to get all the palan. Ihaloga palan, even though you didn't ask any of them, Bhagavan is going to pour all those things on you because he is so pleased with you. And then in the moksham, you're going to get the anandam. In the moksham, there is no taradhamyam. There is no discrimination in the anandam. Everybody is having the same level. Maybe Deshika and Ramanuja and Arvars and everybody, they went some time back. We go only later. Only the time is different, but the Anandam is the same. That is what's stressed in this Pasuram. Kavidarkika Simmaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimade Venkadesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Srimade Nigamanta Mahadeshigaya Namaha Andal Thiruppavai Sharanam.